Leo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late May, early June 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you beautiful people out there. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Leo collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends. Let's shuffle it up one time, see what's going on. My God, what do we got for Leo here? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going. Let's get this first card out here, my God. Let's rock what's going on for my Leos, please. Nice and quick. There it is. Okay, we don't have to wait long. Okay, now this card can be a little bit complex. There might be someone you have your eyes on here, or someone might have their eyes on you. And I was seeing this heavily in like last week's readings, that's for sure. But we're seeing it right here front and center. You see the little Red Riding Hood. There's a lot going on there. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the May subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Have a look here. So we see little Red Riding Hood right there in her cloak. There's the big bad wolf behind her, glaring her down, staring her down. So, of course, yeah, there could be ominous feelings with this card, right? I don't want to say danger, danger, or anything like that. You know me, I'm not a fearmonger. But when I see this card, I like to really take a look at what it's portraying, and that's a focus. So whether you got your eyes on someone or a situation, maybe someone's got you under the microscope, that could be a very, very big thing here. Who and what you're focused on could be extra important. So it'll be interesting to see if we get similar tarot cards like the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands, that would really emphasize that. But to me, yeah, you just might be under someone's microscope, okay? Doesn't have to be romantic or anything like that, but it's showing up here. And of course, I just feel like that's what I have to say. Like, there could be someone paying attention to your moves. Let's get into tarot. I'm not going to raise the alarm just yet, but let's get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get the intuitive juiciness going. And yeah, with that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. Shuffle it up here for Leo, please. What do we got? Late May as we move into June. We're getting closer and closer to Leo season. So, last week's reading, it was titled An Important Talk. So remember, those energies could still bleed over from week to week, but I was picking that up that a lot of you could be having very important conversations, right? Whether it's planning for the future, whether it's talking about problems and situations. That was a big vibe, the importance of having a talk, like setting something straight. So we're going to see what shows up for you this week. I know when communication starts to show up, that could linger in the readings for a while. So there might be something you need to talk about or set straight. Let's get you 3 cards. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you, right? It's could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's. Okay, so now we're getting a little karmic energy here. We have the 7 of Pentacles in position number 1, and notice that this 7 of Pentacles is focusing on those pentacles. You might be in big money mode, my friends. Or I'm just getting this huge focus. Like, there might be somebody really watching your moves. Like, that's really nagging at me so far. Let's get you 2 more. I mean, this is really good positive energy. We got Venus energy. We have the energy of blessings. The Empress herself in position number 2. Beautiful. Okay, big earthy energy, my friends. Let's get you 1 more. There's there's the Watcher, right? We have the Page of Swords right here on the back end. So the Watcher of the tarot deck. So another card of watching, okay? Like, this has shown up. I've pulled 4 cards in this reading overall. 3 of the 4 cards have someone looking on. So let's go through real quick. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get that juicy, intuitive stuff flowing. Now, at first glance, when I look down here, we have a nice little mix. We have a lot of earthy energy, earthy focus. So that could be work, that could be money. You might be about those pentacles, that cheese, the cheddar, the scratch, the greenbacks, whatever you call it in your part of the world. And there's a huge focus and look towards that, but we also have the Watcher here. So there's a lot happening. Let's go through real quick, one by one. Position number 1, the 7 of Pentacles. Like I mentioned, This could be a card of karma, reaping what you sow, what you put forth, you get back in return. So we could be looking at karmic cycles, karmic archetypes with this card. There's also connections to nature, right? We could see it with this card and the Empress. There's a huge connection to nature that either might be very beneficial for you, or that's something you could be embracing. Could be something as small as even gardening. But when I see the Seven of Pentacles, it's also a card of patience, right? Waiting on something, somebody being in a waiting pattern. Generally a card of rewards, right? Especially next to a card like the Empress. So there could be something really good coming in for a lot of Leos, depending. But I was getting that watcher vibe from here because he's looking at those pentacles, like watching water boil. That's popping into my head for some reason. Now, as we press forward through the reading, we have the Empress in the center, beautiful Venus energy. For a portion of you, this could represent a Taurus you're connected to. Some of you, that could be a Libra because she is that Venus. But big earth sign vibes, aside from the Libra little energy with the Venus. When I see her, she is the goddess, right? This is divine feminine energy. This is beautiful. This is blessings, abundance, overflowing. This is a card of femininity. This is a card of fertility. So this could be really beautiful. This could be various wins or victories as well. Monetary abundance coming your way. Usually a very claimable type of energy, especially next to a karmic type of card. But every card has a positive and negative. The Empress could just represent somebody or something that's a little immovable. Somebody or something that's not changing their ways, okay? There's a little stubbornness attached to that card. So when we have these two earthy cards here, like there might be something that's a little tough to budge or switch up. Moving to the very back end, we have the Page of Swords, the Watcher himself, right? So when we get the Page of Swords, it could represent an air sign. So Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This card, yes, it's a communicator, a speaker, a talker. I believe you had this card last week as well. So the important talks and conversations, sure. The Page of Swords, yeah, it could be learning new things, new cycles as well. This is a defensive type of energy. So when we see it, like your guard might be up or you might be skeptical of somebody, but this is the Spy of the Tarot deck. So I just need to say that once again, whether you're watching someone's moves or someone's watching yours, like, and I don't mean to sound nefarious saying it, but like you might be under the spotlight in some sort of way. So I want to dive deeper on all this action, Leo. Let's jump in and clarify. I mean, if there's any sign that does well in the spotlight, it's you guys, right? You're used to people watching your moves. Let's get you a few more here. Let's shuffle it up. What do we got? And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Seven of Pentacles. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Leo, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Seven of Pentacles time. How's that Seven of Pentacles here? Thank you. Five Cups. Yeah. This is somebody who is really, really not too happy. We have the Five of Cups in the upright underneath the Seven of Pentacles. Either there is something that's taken forever or something that you're waiting on, like whether it's an event, whether it's a person, whether it's a change. There could be something you're waiting on and you're not liking it, okay? Or this could be somebody else catching a karmic dose of some sort. I just need to put it out there like that. I feel like it's one or the other, okay, mainly. And I feel like it's very straightforward. There's a lot of times when I get messages where I get like 3, 4, 5 different things. This one is very black and white, okay? So whether it's either you being annoyed with how quick something is changing or moving, or you're tired of waiting on something, or with this Five of Cups, this could be somebody catching a dose of karma, right? Karma being served up on a silver platter to somebody. What they have put forth, they will get back in return, okay? Take that however you will, right? Karma does show up in different people's lives in different ways. It's a very complex subject to speak about. I'm just keeping it simple because this is only a few minutes worth of video we got going on here. So I do feel like somebody could catch a dose of karma for sure. All right, if there's somebody in your life that has done you wrong in a big way, that might swing back on them in the coming days and weeks, or it has recently. Let's keep moving over to the Empress. We're not going to dwell on that. It is what it is, but that could just be a little karmic warning as well. Or either that or just something's bugging you. You know, like it's taken so long, it's not moving how you're liking. There's like stalls. Let's go in on that, Empress. Really want to get over to that Page of Swords. Okay, yeah, we have the Ace of Swords in the upright. Generally really good. A lot of you, yeah, this could be a very clear mind state. This could be some sort of beautiful opportunity coming into a lot of your lives with the Ace of Swords in the upright. For a portion of you, you could be like cutting someone out of your life because they're not changing as well. Like, take that for what it's worth. Like, somebody may have given a lot of chances to, or you're waiting on them to change, or they promise they're going to change, but I mean, that's just intuitively what I'm feeling. Some of you might be getting very fed up with somebody's ways. However, I feel like it's, once again, a very hot and cold, black or white type of message here, where it's either like super, super positive of new opportunities and blessings coming into your life, or you just saying, you know what, I know what serves me, I know what doesn't. Okay, same goes if you're a cross watcher as well, right? Because I feel like it's either black or white, hot or cold. Another communication card as well. Okay, so we're just going to keep pressing forward. I'm not really going to complicate these messages. However they come out, that's how they're meant to be delivered. But for a portion of you, there could be some really good things coming in right here. All aces are opportunities. I feel like a lot of you are seeing things clearly in this time as well. Let's go in on that Page of Swords, the Watcher, and see what's happening there. Because I'll say this as well. If you've been having like success, trials, tribulations, whatever it might be, there could be somebody watching on from a distance, you know, watching the blessings, watching the good times, watching the bad. They might not be lending a hand, though, for whatever reason. They might be staying like a step back. Let's see what's up with that Page of Swords. Lots of different things happening here, Leo. Oh, yeah, this person is stressing. Nine of Swords underneath this Page of Swords. So, hey, maybe you do have a lot of blessings coming into your life here. Maybe somebody's seeing the changes in you. Maybe you have tons of beautiful things coming in. This Nine of Swords in the upright underneath this Page of Swords says it all. Like, this person is stressing. They're nervous or anxious, or they're watching for whatever reason. And it could be to appease their own mind. Okay? Like, I'm getting a lot of different things here on the back end, whereas these were coming through very simple. This is like a flood. Like, it's mentally flooding me here on the back end. That's why I get that nervous, anxious. But there could absolutely be somebody watching on, okay? Whether you're doing good, whether you're having challenges, whatever you're struggling, and it's to appease their own mind in some sort of way, like scratching an itch, like they can't help it. Like, this is a person that can't help but to keep tabs. This is a person that can't help but to watch. So take from that what you will. And it's been showing up here multiple times in this reading. Yes, we have other things happening, other things going on, but this person is keeping tabs, and it's to try to appease their own mind or make themselves feel better. Okay? Do with that what you will, my friends. Losing sleep, things like that. And I'm trying not to be like too over the top with these messages, but I'm just giving it to you how it shows up. Let's go through and do a quick recap, and then we'll do a shadow card here. Interesting that half of the spread is mental and communicative with all these swords, but yeah, I'm picking that up here. Heavy mental action on someone's behalf, but lots of watchers here. And notice the two cards that I said were people watching, they're both clarified by sad type of cards. So there could be somebody who's just watching and grieving for some reason. But position number one, we have the Seven of Pentacles with the Five of Cups. Like I said, there might be something that's taken too long to change and it's driving you up a wall. You've been waiting, or there's a lot of delays. You could have a little lack of patience in this time. Aside from that, this is somebody who could be getting served up some sort of karmic dose. So karma could be served up to somebody in this time if they've done wrong. Moving to the center, we have the Empress with the Ace of Swords in the upright. Dichotomous type of energy, right? Either this is a massive blessing or a huge blessing coming into your life, or you might be cutting certain things or people out that just don't change. They're incapable of changing their ways. Like, all right, well, you said you were going to change. You promised you were going to change this behavior, not change as a person. But yeah, you might be figuring out what works and what doesn't for you. Moving to the very back end, we have the Page of Swords with the Nine of Swords and this Watcher energy. I know I've been hammering that home all reading long, but that's just what's been showing up. Stressed out, nervous, the whole nine, someone just watching on to scratch their own mental itch for whatever reason. Okay, so do with that what you will, Leo. Let's get you a shadow card. Please, you can look into it further if you want to screenshot that. But let's get you one shadow card here. Interesting, to say the least, but let's see what's up. I mean, that message was coming through strong for like the whole reading, but let's see what's in the shadows for you, my friends, whether it's something that's part of your shadow side or something you don't quite see. Hey, we got our good friend, the King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups himself, with a tentacle beard in this deck. Very odd, right? So when we see the King of Cups, especially the shadow side, because remember, when this card shows up, we're looking at the inverse message of this. So this could represent some emotional volatility. And this time you might be feeling very hot and cold. You know, like 1 second you might be angry at someone, then you might miss them, or things like that. Right? You want to go, you want to stay. Like there's a lot of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth when we have the King of Cups in the shadows. Might have issues with a water sign. Might have issues with a father figure, even if it's deep rooted when the King of Cups shows up in the shadows. But it could also represent love. If a lot of you or any of you have been going through romantic issues recently or even in the past, there could be something about it still lingering here. So Leo, interesting reading this week, that's for sure. But that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the May subscriber surprise. For the May subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 boxes of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls. This is an awesome deck. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the cards in this week's reading, which one spoke to you the most. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I will announce the winners in my community tab at random. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.